because he was closer to me because he wanted to follow me. He couldn't follow David, so he'd follow me. And he was really something. Really, 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 really something. He had a morbid sense of humor, very morbid. He had his mind was all over the world. And he really loved my mother's cooking because when she made spaghetti or macaroni, he would be the first guy up to go get it. So I'd wake up and I'd say, well, what happened to the macaroni? He said, well, Carlos ate it. How about the spaghetti? No, Carlos ate it. I said, well, look at that guy. He would actually get up early just to go eat what he really liked. And then eventually he became a pretty good cook. The only one that doesn't cook is David. He used to pay me $0.25 to cook him something.
But he cooks now.
He
cooks now.
I'm famous for my soups. I can take top ramen and open the refrigerator and start pulling stuff out, and I can make one of the best soups. Super soup. You just want to spoon it up on a cold day. And then naturally, after Carlos, there was other brothers. We had Ralphie, Georgie, but they weren't Prados, but they were still my brothers. And then we went on to the girls.
Don't forget Nikki. Don't forget my Nikki.
That's right.
My Nikki.
We had Nikki. And then the girls came along.
Hey, Nikki.
They're the babies. Yeah, I left fairly young because, well, you get too many people in the house. You don't have no privacy, and you got to fight for everything. So I sort of left. But and we always lived where they say is, oh yeah, we lived down by the river. Yeah, we did. We lived down by the river. It says over by the railroad tracks, and we did. The railroad tracks ran right through our backyard. We lived where nobody else. Let's put it this way: being Hispanic, we only lived where they allowed us to live. But as I grew up, I fought back. Now I live wherever I want. And yeah, my brother Dave. I always tell everybody that I was older than him. And matter of fact, my mother didn't look that old. We went to town, and I would tell everybody she was my sister. She says, no, I'm his mother. No, she's my sister. And then the girls' dad was, he was a pretty good guy. He got to where he wouldn't go up north and work without me. And Mom said, hey, Lito doesn't want to go unless you go. I said, well, I'll go. I like money, so I said, I'll go. I'll work. And that's one thing that my mother taught us to work. She had a good work ethic, and I had my stepdad, Lito, he had a super work ethic, and he was smart because he would say, I'm going to go work Saturday. You let me know well in advance. We're going to work Saturday. You want to work? But yeah, because at the end of the day, he'd say, how many boxes of oranges you pick? I said, so many. And he'd pay me. And then when he got paid, well, he pocketed, what I had earned. But I said, man, that's a good combo. He was a real good man. I dream him every now and then. Well, back to Carlos though. He was something else. He had bought a 58 Chevy, and my brother David had a 64 Corvette. I don't know why Carlos decided he wanted to race that Corvette because he was going to beat him. I said, I don't think so. But anyway, they got out there and they hit the gas, and Carlos' car stayed there because he blew the transmission of the line or something. I said, man, just, why would you do something like that? You know you could beat him. But he did a lot of weird things, a lot of strange things, and he got me out of trouble once or twice. Uh, but we came out even at the end, and I just like the little movie, the movie that just came out, the Dia de los Muertos, Coco. I went to see it. I never believed in that, but it makes sense. As long as you're not forgotten, you'll never die.
That's right. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, Carlos, even though he's gone, he'll never be forgotten.
That's right.
Well, now you know who I am, and where I stood in line.
In line.
My sisters, well, one of them we didn't get to know. She died at birth. Connie, my sister Connie, the oldest, she couldn't live with us, so she moved on. And then David left for a while. He went to live with my grandmother, and then he went to live with a cousin in Los Angeles. And then he came home, and we all got back together in 1957 or 58.
That's the year I was born.
Huh?
That's the year I was born.
Yeah. And when we moved over to Cornell Street, and that was really something. They say in an average life you'll move 11 times, and I said, "Oh, you're crazy." But one day I sat down and I started counting the houses we lived in. We had lived in 13 different houses. We had moved 13 different times. I go, wow. Yeah, you do move to 11 times in your lifetime. But I think I'm at the end of my road, so I'm gonna hang in there where I'm at. I look at my life. I'm 74. I'll be 75 this summer in August.
Wow.
And I look at my life as a football game. I'm still in the third quarter, and I'm winning.
The boy.
Hey, here you go.
When I hit 75, I'll be pushing the last quarter.
Here you go.
And I go, wow, yeah, we've done well. Of course, my mother was a great teacher.
Yep.
She was a storyteller. I think that's where Carlos got it from. And she was an artist.
Yeah.
And she had a meager life, but she always told us, or told me, but she used to lie to us too. She used to tell David that he was her favorite. And then she'd get hold of me and tell me that I was her favorite. And I come to find out, I think she told everybody, "You're my favorite."
Yeah, Nicky was.
So I've had a good life. Carlos has had I guess you can say he had a good life. He was never homeless that I know of. I mean, I know he traveled a lot. He was broke a lot, but he had money too, you know. So I think we all made it. My mom said, as long as you kids come out one rung, you know, on a ladder. If you come out one rung on the ladder above us, I did my job. And I said, well, that makes sense. So we all came out on top of all the rest of them, one step on the ladder. And I feel very honored and privileged because we've come a long, long way. I used to work with David. David's a character too. I'd work for him because I used to work 2 or 3 jobs, always. I was taught to do that. If you wanted $1, you know, the only way to really have $1 is you had to be half Jewish and half black. Because the blacks always want $1 and the Jews always have one. So I said, that makes sense. But anyway, he used to take me, and he would bribe me. I would work with him in Exeter, and David would say, we're going to go eat at that smorgasbord. What's the name of it? Kiwia.
Yeah, Nicoya, yeah.
And they had all-you-can-eat chicken and all that stuff, $1.99 or less. And when he walked in, they said, here comes the chicken man. Because he would leave that plate just full of bones. He likes chicken, that's good. Well, so much for me. I guess now you know David, you know me, you know Carlos, you know my sisters. And I'm glad to see you all here. Like I tell everybody, I'm sure glad to be here, but at my age, I'm glad to be anywhere.
That's good.
So I see a lot of faces that I know, and I see a lot of faces I don't know. But thank you for coming, and don't forget us. Thank you.